For a while, I didn't like. I wasn't a big celebratory person about my birthday until I got in a relationship.
Yeah, then you can't avoid it.
You can't avoid it, yeah. But like, I'll do the bare minimum. Like, I'll go to my favorite restaurant and get something to eat.
Fair enough.
Yeah, or like I'll go visit a city and just check it out. Like, no, like let's go club and shit. I just want to be somewhere else. But
I think for a man left to his own devices, right? You celebrate 16, 18, 21, 25, 30. And then you just keep checking your hairline.
Yeah, exactly, right. That's
like I'm only as old as what my hairline tells me.
Well, in that case, nigga, I'm 54.
Mike, you straight from the south side. Mike, I'm just so happy to be here right now. Real Rap Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, we are back. Another episode of Real Rap Podcast. I have officially started forgetting which episode we are on once again, but my esteemed colleague, producer extraordinaire, comedian of renowned name and following here in the city of Chicago and nationally, Mike Atcherson. If you could say hi to all the listening viewers. All right, and we've been talking like for the last 7 hours. It's getting really good. So please tap in, tune in, and yep. Well, here I did want to ask you this. How do you feel about the possibilities of the National Guard here in Chicago?
It's gonna fuck shit up. It's gonna fuck shit up. Yeah, there ain't not much more to think of. Like, what? Yeah. Traffic can be terrible. That's one thing. That's on the most innocent level. But like,
no, Hummers are wide, bro. They're bigger than just a regular lane of traffic.
Right. Like, people keep talking about crime in Chicago. It's only like in one specific thing where it's like violence. So like, just having National Guard everywhere is just overkill. You know what I mean? Like,
if they just send the National Guard to these 1 or 5 particular places we can think of, you don't think that would be frowned upon?
Oh, it's gonna be frowned upon. Yeah.
Sure.
Oh, it's definitely frowned upon because like, why are you wasting resources on this one thing? You know what I mean?
But give me the pluses and minuses. If you don't see any pluses or if you don't see any minuses, definitely say that. But in your mind, give me the pluses and minuses of the because I don't know if it's officially been mandated, but I know it's a very real possibility.
Man, the way this man bullshitting off, he's gonna make it happen. He's trying to just do whatever's on his fucking bucket list. But the minuses. Black people are going to be targeted more. That's for sure. Then the minuses. Let's see. Because I'm trying to think because you got to think of over-policing and then the National Guard. So I think it's going to really disrupt neighborhoods, that are already like lacking resources and all that because, who's going to feel safe to go outside, go get groceries, just go about their everyday life. I think also depending on where you put these National Guards, it's going to have a negative image on those certain demographic of people in these communities. So if, you keep talking about, because when they say like the crime in Chicago, what people think as soon as they hear that, right? Like it's the underlying racial connotation of that is like, yeah, these niggas need to be controlled. So back to my point, it's going to hurt black people in black communities. Yeah, that's really the biggest minuses. How it's going to affect us. I don't really know the pros, man. I guess if you're scared of teenagers being too out late at night, but I don't know what the fuck. Yeah, I mean, I don't see a pro of this at all. Because it's like, it's not going to make me feel safer. If anything, I feel more scared. Like, you ever been on the red line when they say they're going to like fix the crime on the red line, and then they bring like the cops with the canines on it? Like, I don't necessarily feel safer. Now I feel like, damn, I feel like I'm in a fucking like communist country, some shit. Just it's a weird image. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. No. Yeah. The minuses in my eyes is definitely the optics, right?
Right.
Curfews, military members up and down the street. It's real Orwellian, 1984-ish and whatnot. The optics wise, right? It does raise the pressure right? I will say this is I was raised in a military family, and I was also in the military as well for a couple of years. Air Force, my pop and myself, right? Military is different.
Okay.
And if you've never been in the atmosphere of military or lived in that because it is a bubble. So there's very little crossover into civilian life, right?
Right.
And I've dealt on both sides of the fence. You know, I've been out of military life as a dependent under my father or in the military myself longer now than when I was in it. But my entire life until I was 21 years old, I was in the military bubble. They don't have the same. They in a large degree they have more. They can do more than I would say a civilian police officer, and their oversight it skips right past like local law and all that other good stuff. If the military does something, it goes to the military. The military deals with it, which I mean has its own pluses and minuses too, because civilians really don't have a whole lot of input when they want to say something to Uncle Sam. You know what I mean? Go stand in line. It's like the DMV, but with M16s, you know?
Exactly, right.
So, but on the other end, something, and I want to say I heard somewhere along the way, once upon a time, Patrice O'Neal said, like, black people in the hood are scared of scary things, you know? I've been in the city now, Chicago, for 13 years, right? And out of the 13, I spent 11 of them out south. So I used to stay in Washington Park, right off 51st and Champlain.
Okay.
And I used to stay in Bronzeville off of 47th and Michigan. Let alone Canaryville, here, there, whatever, a couple of spots, right? I've seen it all. Every single bit of it. Top to bottom, right? And it's and I was just having this conversation too. The scary part is when you stop being scared, bro. When I hear, you know, the wop 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 wop, and I'm just sitting there. I don't break stride. I don't stop what I'm doing. I don't look around. It's just like, oh, I think sounds like a 45, and that's probably about 3 blocks away. What's over there? Oh, did they just pop off at so and so's whatchamacallit store? That's crazy. Or, you know, I can go through those neighborhoods now and point to you in a number of spots. Like, yeah, I saw Buddy laid out there. I saw Bro was laid. There was a few people. That one made the news. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm taking all this in. I moved to Chicago after I turned 30. I started comedy at 31, you know, and moved here like 32. So I take all that in stride. If I'm growing up with that, and if I get to a level where this is now, it doesn't shock me anymore that I'm seeing this kind of stuff, that's frightening. What that can do to your outlook on life.
Yeah, when you numb the trauma, it does like change your perception about the world a lot. I agree 100%. You know, because I live off 47 in Vincennes. I can't pronounce that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just moved there.
I know exactly. Oh, bro, you're right around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So you said 47. I'm like, all right, I know where you at. But yeah.
I know exactly, bro. Yeah. I know. Not only do I know exactly where you at, I could tell you things about your neighborhood.
I imagine you can, bro. Yeah. So as soon as I got there, I'm like, yeah, I know what the deal is right now. But,
yeah.
But you know, like, you know, when you see like that negative shit, you know, I try to like also challenge myself, like, oh, there's people here who don't like that shit either. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people people always think black folks like love living in that shit. Like, no, we don't. You know what I mean? Mm-mm. Like I'll see a black lady like cleaning trash out the front of the fucking building because she's like, this is where I live. This is my community. I want it to be nice. You know? But I think like when you're so like used to like just mayhem around you, like you say, you just stop giving a fuck. You know, you literally. Which is
it? That's when it starts to get scary,
right?
Because it's not even compartmentalizing. When you normalize it, now your response to high stress situations the things that you're seeing that you've become normalized to, those start to look like options for you. Because now you've seen it. It's not shocking to do XYZ thing. You know what I mean? If there was a rat in here running around, right? Mm-hmm. I'd be a little girl. I'd be up on this couch hiding my ankles. You know? But if I was broke and there was a job paying $68,000 a year being a rat catcher, how long is it gonna take me before I just see one and go, run over, grab it by its tail,
and just swing it like a
swirl
fucking, yeah, like a slingshot.
like Petey Pablo,
right? North Carolina.
And just sling it over the thing, right? It's perspective, what you get used to, and when you're impressionable, man, you're a boy growing up, you're 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and you got the big homie can influence you to do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, bro. Hey. Do me a favor. I just need you to hold this. Just hide it. Don't play with it, stupid. You can hurt yourself with it. Just hide it real quick. I'm going to come back for it in about 2-3 days. 2-3 days later, come back. Hey, I'm about to take you to the woods. We're going to go practice with this thing, man. We'll see how good you are. 2 weeks later, hey, we got to go over to woo up the band to go handle something.
Yeah.
You're not going for it? You're going to say no to the big homie, to the group, to the guys?
He already got you that far. You're already that impressionable to you. This is like not only authority figure, but like a male figure that you trust. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Who's like, you think is giving you guidance. Mm-hmm. It wouldn't steer you wrong. But
now to compartmentalize it, we happen to be talking about the National Guard coming to Chicago.
Right.
But essentially what we're saying is we're letting, DCFS into our house to tell us how we should be raising our kids. Mm-hmm. Which I ain't finna let that, you know what I mean? Like, You ain't finna come over here and tell, who is you to tell me how to raise? Go back to where you at and go raise your kids. I'll worry about this. So it's a hard pill to swallow to think, hey, we need help in our own household where things, are appearing to be out of hand. And that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not sure 100% how I feel about it. I definitely see the argument of this house business. All right, let's start looking at some other angles, some other things that we can do to work it out. Because I think, for a lot of these numbers, they've been going down since the pandemic. The pandemic was horrible, man. The pandemic had everybody's anxiety through the roof. Yeah, man. Stuff was happening. You're locked up. Who knows what kind of blah, 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 blah. So the numbers were through the roof. And now it's coming down relative, right? And at the same time, it's like, bro, like, I've been in the city for over a decade. And it gets wild. And it is 77 neighborhoods. If you don't count all the suburbs, really, it's close to 10 million people in this city. If you count it all up, the suburbs surrounding Chicagoland, I want to say it's like 7.8 million, somewhere around there, right? That's a lot of people. And for a lot of the action to be happening in 4, 5, 6 neighborhoods, that's heartbreaking because that's...
Right. It is heartbreaking, but it's crazy. I just have a realization that Trump is a petty ass nigga.
He's like, that goes without, his middle name is Petty, but go ahead.
Right. So, all right. So the reason why Trump ran for president, right, is because what they call that shit where the president goes and tells jokes.
Not the inaugural. It's the I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that fancy dinner when they tell jokes. Yeah. Obama came in, told his jokes, talked shit. One about Joe being like Trump running for president. Everybody laughing their ass off, and Trump, he's sitting there like, I got something for that. I got you. Yeah. All right. Fast forward, he's actually running for president now, right? Mm-hmm. And now he's going to city doing speeches. He comes to Chicago, Trump Tower. His building here, name on it. He came here to give his rally, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Them niggas drove him out the city. Them protesters drove his ass out the city. Mm-hmm. And when they did that, part of me thinks like, oh, I'm going to get y'all ass back one way or another. I just don't know when. I don't know how. So first term, he didn't really do nothing. But this time, he's like, oh, okay. Well, not only did y'all kick me out, I do feed in and believe in the Chicago's dangerous place narrative. I'm just going to send this National Guard down here and take care of y'all and show y'all who's the big dick in charge. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe like he's that petty enough to do that.
Oh, he's petty enough to do anything.
Dang, yeah, exactly. He's head of state, yeah.
I mean, him in particular, he's been around. He's been a public figure for so long, and at the end of the day, he's really just a businessman that became president. But you don't get the #1 CEO position in the world without. You're a different type person.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
Every single one. Clinton, both Bushes, this guy, Obama, Nixon, all of them. You've got to be cut from a very specific way. Out of all the people that have ever existed ever in life, 47 people have had that job.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? Like, I hate when people be so shocked that presidents do fucked up things. You know what I mean? Like, of course they are. You got to rule a nation over what?
Yeah.
Billions of people, I want to say? Whatever the number is, you know? Like, if you get that job, there's going to be blood on your hands.
Of course.
Yeah, like, thinking like Bernie's going to be, or Elizabeth Warren going to be different. Like, nah, them niggas going to have some blood on their fucking hands.
And I'm probably saying this wrong, but just coming out as a raw thought, that's what I prefer. There's a dude by the name of Sammy the Bull Gravano, right? He was underboss to John Gotti, the Dapper Dan. Between Sammy the Bull and John Gotti, they conspired to kill Paul Castellano, the Don of Dons, the big guy, back in the old New York mafia days when they started. Before they started making movies, these guys were doing the actual real life stuff that they made movies about later, right?
Right.
So Sammy the Bull, once upon a time, and he snitched, he dropped dime. It is what it is, right? Engaging dude. One of the greatest storytellers I've ever heard. I think he did like 30 years in prison when you count it all up or whatever. When he came out, maybe 4, 5, 6 years ago, he came out with a podcast, and I love that mafia stuff, right? Started watching it. One of the greatest storytellers. But he said something. He was talking about when he was growing up as a kid. And he said when he was little kid, before he started figuring out the world, he asked his dad, who are those guys? He's in like Brooklyn. He's growing up in Brooklyn, 60s, 70s. And he asked his dad, who are those guys on the corner in the suits and everything like that? And he said his father told him, he's like, son, those are bad guys. But there are bad guys. They make sure the neighborhood's safe, but don't ever bother them. Don't take any money from them. If they tell you to do something, just do it. Let me know what's up. Ooh. The world is we was talking about Kim Jong a second ago.
Yeah.
You got Russia, you got Ukraine, you got however many nations are in Africa, and a bunch of other places that I can't even think of, right? And some of those places are run by bad guys. We're going to have a twink in the office? No. Like, you have to have somebody.
You got to have that backbone.
You got to have Jordan, a dude that's really, literally Jordan would have, like, if it was to win the championship, he had to have, you remember Beat It? The Michael Jackson, exactly, how they had to tie off with a handkerchief and have a knife fight? Jordan would do that to win a championship.
Right.
And he'd still have 6 rings.
And you know what? And that's some real shit. Because, like, as Americans, if you're going to be the leader of this country, like America USA, like, people don't want you to be no pussy, bro.
You can't be a pussy.
You can't be no pussy.
I've seen Putin's interviews. He's a bully. He's a boss bully.
Yeah, exactly, bro. He talk that shit.
He talks it and he backs it up.
Like, look at his predecessors. He's got to talk that shit. Styling the dude before you. Like,
yeah.
Nigga, like,
he probably gives dudes kisses on the mouth before you don't see them no more.
For real. Like,
he doesn't even like getting his hands
like
dirty.
Al Pacino or what? Godfather. Godfather 2, you fucking betrayed me.
I knew it was you.
I knew it was you.
You broke my heart. Yeah, man. So. In the world that we live in today, or at those levels of power, if you don't have somebody with sharp claws and bloody fangs,
right, bro.
Good luck to you.
You know, like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't get me wrong. I like peace, no war, no, I don't want nothing like that. But like, if shit do go down, what you gonna do to protect us?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, are you gonna be on the phone like, I dare you motherfuckers to drop a bomb over here? I swear to God, your grandkids gonna have tales from the nuclear bombs I'm finna drop on your shit.
And here's my ego. When you talk to the people, the American people, I need you to be a teddy bear, bro. Tell me the things I want to hear. Exactly. Sweet talk me.
You can lie to me. Don't give me no uncertainty, bro.
Tell me what I want to hear in a very pleasing, sweet AMTSR voice. But when you talking to them guys, you better bring the bully out.
I want you to pull them to cellar. Hey, nigga.
And baby boy, I can't believe this nigga made me go to my high voice. What you want to do?
Oh shit!
Yeah, man. Nah, it's crazy. We're along for the ride. Let me ask you this: what was the last good, memorable / classic comedy movie that came out?
Last good comedy movie that came out? Damn.
I'm not even gonna tell you have to make it a legendary that it has to go down in the whatchamacalls, the pantheons. But what was the last one that more than a majority of people agree? Like, we all go, hey, did you see? When was the last comedy movie that somebody came up? Hey, did you see?
You know what, man? I can't even tell you. You know, because the game all fucked up. You know. The theaters are full of blockbusters. Like, I don't remember the last time I went to a movie theater to watch a comedy. You don't do it. It's all streaming. And when it's streaming, like, they half-ass it.
I don't even know if it's streaming. Yo, bro, when I saw 3 versions of Soul Plane, I saw a bootleg. I saw a bootleg copy that was so bootleg. I think it was like the table read. I think it was the audition tapes. Then I saw another bootleg copy that was legitimately, I'm joking about the table read part, but I legitimately had a Soul Plane bootleg that had different scenes and dialogue than the official movie that came out. Because that movie got bootlegged so crazy.
It was made to get bootlegged.
That by the time the official one came out and I was watching it, I was like, man, I miss my bootleg. Somebody stole it. I was like, man, I miss my bootleg. It has some better scenes in it, bro. This is crazy. But that got passed around. You know what I mean? Napoleon Dynamite wasn't necessarily for me, but everybody knows there was something to that. Right. It was an Pedro for president. Yeah. Everybody knows Superbad when it came out. Friday, no question.
Step Brothers, like Anchorman.
When I'm growing up, bro, they had They just had the Wayans brothers with the Meteor Man. You know what I mean? Ferris Bueller, bro. Like, there's certain things that it just hits that whoever made Ferris Bueller, I think he made like 14 classics in a row, bro. He did like 16 all kinds of stuff with all them goofy actors from Judd Nelson and shit. But, bro, what was the last one? I don't even know if they tried no more.
I think it stopped in like the 2010s, man. I think that was like the last round of good comedy movies. Because I'm about to say, like, in the way we consume comedies is different now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And everything's like fast. No one really puts time in.
But bro, everybody has access to that phone.
Exactly.
They shoot music videos on. There's people with the capabilities. They don't even have the camera setup that I have here, but they can legitimately shoot a whole entire and edit it on their phone. And people are smart enough to do it. And laughter isn't a voluntary thing.
No.
Sitting down to go to something that should be funny, that's the last voluntary thing you get to do. Otherwise, laughter is a violent. It's like coughing or sneezing. Mm-hmm. You're sitting there minding your business, and then something happens, and now this uncontrollable emotion comes out of you. Yep. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And somebody had to damn near violently pull it out of you with something shocking or introspective, or a myriad of emotions or things that lead up to it. But there's no audacity to push the envelope anymore. It almost feels like people are too scared, because that's what you have to do. You have to say, oh, there's the line. All right, I'm not even going to dip my toe across the line. I'm going to get a head start, and I'm going to try and make it to the other side of the river that's after the line. That's how far I want to push it. And then pull it back. I'm not trying to be a jerk or unfair, but there's a thing to it, and it's almost like that's been lost.
Yeah. I think comedy writing is just such like a lost art form. And like we didn't even talk about like how AI finna fuck the game up now. With ChatGPT, you can write a whole script. So, like good comedy writing, based on like past experiences. It's just telling you things like, oh, this could possibly happen. Like, nah. Shit people write is like stuff that happened to them before, and now they found a way to make it to this cool, brand new, grand thing, an original. So, yeah, man, we're just like, I think the last time like I really enjoyed like comedy writing, like a comedy movie, yeah, it was like Step Brothers. Pineapple Express was fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, it turns to like black comedy. Ooh.
But even what you're saying right now, that's Seth Rogen, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's almost, it's damn near a cheat code, because that's not just comedies in general. That's one person's pen and their style multiplied in a few different places. Because that part hasn't necessarily changed, because you got Seth Rogen, you got who did Thunder. Not Thunder. Like, what was the one where Robert Downey Jr. played the black dude?
Oh, Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Ben Stiller?
Yeah, Ben Stiller, yeah.
Not even just Ben Stiller, him and his dad.
Right.
So he inherited, because his
yeah, that's passed out, yeah.
Yeah. So, and how many of those movies has that guy made? I mean, he's made a dozen like funny ass movies. Adam Sandler, dozens and a lot of the guys follow the same formula where they say, this is my group, this is my clique, change out a couple people here and there, but for the most part I'm sticking to the same 5 guys, and we're gonna make 10 comedies. 3 of them are gonna be classics, 2 of them are gonna be and the other was Illmatic. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like that type of sauce. But I don't even see that. And there's probably somebody percolating, some young cat that's just now formulating it, and maybe he's going to pop out in the next couple of 2, 3, 4 years and have a tremendous run. But right now it's a dead zone where we just don't even have anything even really pushing the envelope. You could make the argument Kill Tony is pushing the envelope of what's...
Yeah, but
that's like shock. I'm not talking about shock. I'm talking about hold your tummy. I can't believe what I just witnessed. This is making me laugh painfully.
And you know what? To go off another thing that makes this like generation of comedy different, instead of like getting like real comedic actors and writers from like, these comedy institutions or like cities where like they're blowing up, you get social media stars who just have followings. You know what I mean? And like, they're funny in that what they sketch and what they do, but that doesn't really translate to film. It doesn't really translate to good writing. You know what I mean? So that that young dude you did say, like, yo, he's going to come and blast. Like, if he ain't got the certain, criteria, he can get overshadowed by someone who does, like, some silly TikTok shit and got a catchphrase.
Wow.
You know what I mean? That's the issue that we're running into, is that talent is getting overlooked by followers. So So if the talent ain't trying to get those followers, tough titty, you know what I mean?
You actually just blew my mind and made me think I'm probably holding on to what's about to be a bygone era, because why am I sitting around, why is my old ass sitting around waiting for the next comedy classic movie when Kai Cenat is putting in work every single day, when I Show Speed is putting in work every single day, when the Paul brothers, I'm not supporters or fans of them, but they're putting in work every single day, and it is comedy, and it's for the generation that is inheriting the world now. And I'm like, where's the funny comedy movie? They ain't checking for that.
They ain't checking for that.
They ain't checking for. I think Friday, the first Friday, is one of the most hilarious.
It's a classic.
If I sit down and try and watch it with a young person, it's over. Like, you don't even know. Maybe you. I'm not saying you don't even know this, but you sit down and watch like a movie like Friday. F. Gary Gray, classic movie, written by DJ Pooh and Ice Cube. Are you kidding me? That was on film. There's long ass cuts in between cuts. Today, I'm probably gonna cut about 3 clips out of this episode. And don't you know that even the episode itself is gonna be focused on one of us for maybe 4 seconds, and then cut, just because what we're programmed for now. Like those older, you're gonna sit down and watch that. Let alone Tropic Thunder. Really, you're gonna have a blockbuster Tom Cruise play an over the top, exaggerated, stereotypical Jewish man. You're gonna have Robert Downey Jr. mega blockbuster dude play in blackface, non-sarcastically. Really? You're gonna have mega blockbuster third actor play the R-word kid in another movie the movie about the movie? Good luck to you. Which, for me, born in the 1900s, hilarious.
Exactly, because you get the satire.
But if you're born in the 2000s and your emotional IQ is notches above mine, there's no hope for me anymore. I used to play a football game where one person had the football, they ran around, and a pack of hyenas were trying to, and it was called Smear the What. I'm not even gonna say it, but you never stopped to consider anything. That was just how you grew up.
But you know what? It's interesting. We think like, I know a lot of comics say like, "Oh, this new generation too woke." I'm like, nah, there's still some people. There's still people in this generation that like fucked up shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, I don't think it ever stops. Like, nothing's ever 100%. So like, you know, there's maybe that one kid, like, he's not like an edgelord, but he's not like woke either. But he's not afraid to push the line a little bit.
Yeah,
exactly. But maybe he doesn't have that courage to do it, or maybe not that creatively sound just yet to try that endeavor out. So it's like, I guess you got to find a way to make it work during the time you're in.
Yeah.
You know, like, that's the thing about art. It just evolves. You know, it doesn't necessarily go away.
You're absolutely right.
It just evolves.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. Hell yeah. I wholeheartly agree. And a kid that was born in 2010 needs another 15 years in the oven before they have a voice and opinion and everything now, but they're 15.
Right.
In 15 years, they'll be 30, made some mistakes, been like, ooh, I was a dipshit when I was 15.
Right.
Let me actually look at it from this angle, and we about to get out of here, bro.
No. Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I got to check my fucking Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
My bad, bro.
No,
it
you're
vibrates
good.
when I
But,
get yeah.
But yeah, they need, I mean, the cast that was born in 2000, they're mid-20s right now. They still need another 5 years to bake.
Bro, exactly. Like, the older you get, the more like your mind is really working and thinking, you know?
Yeah, 15 years old? You want my opinion on something? You're the idiot if you want my 15-year-old opinion on
But then
stuff.
again, your opinion may not be wrong, though, because again, back to me when I was like young, like, not giving a fuck about Obama winning president, because I'm like, I didn't know how to explain it. But now we all realize, like, oh, that nigga didn't change shit for real. Sure. I mean, he did. Don't get me wrong, he did change some things. But, like, in the grand scheme of racial relations and all that, we in the same damn boat.
I feel you. And when I was 15, I'm sure I had a good opinion or two on this topic and that topic. It was just worthless.
Right.
15-year-old's your 15-year-old opinion is meaningless. No shade. It's just meaningless. It holds no weight. I guess it is a part of the culture. It holds weight in the culture. Otherwise, you don't pay taxes. You don't contribute to the world. All you do is consume. And that's it. And you have an opinion based on no criteria. Haven't had your heart broken. Haven't been fired.
Right.
Haven't you know what I mean? Even if you're going through trauma, it's still seen through the lens of a 15-year-old.
I guess like when you're 15, the only thing you can do is gain knowledge, whether it be, through a book or like aging.
Yes.
But like you say, even with that aging, like, because you could read something, but it's not the same as experiencing it,
Yeah.
Like I can you could study how to be a fucking doctor to, whatever. But when you finally got a fucking blood pumping out of someone's body right in front of you, like, oh shit, all right, now the book's out the door. Now you got to have that experience. And when you go on from there, you're like, oh, nah, I definitely know what to do.
Now, you seen Kill Bill?
Of course.
You know what a 15-year-old is? A 15-year-old is what was her name? Beatrix? Is Beatrix going to the top of the stairs and going up to Master whatever his name is, and him going, you know Kung Fu? Yep. I know Kung Fu, karate, ninjutsu, nunchaku, whatever. Oh, word? You show me. And then he just whoops on it and says, you don't know nothing. You're actually more trash than I thought you were when you walked up the stairs. Shut your face, eat your rice, and then I might teach you if I don't kill you for how trash you are. But the whole time she could have killed. You know what I mean? She could have murked 80% of the population.
Right.
But a 15-year-old, and not I'm not bagging on 15-year-olds, but a young person that doesn't really have any skin in the game, you're a white belt, and at any point in time, which I did it plenty of times, you walk up to a purple belt, brown belt, black belt, and go, "Hey man, let me tell you this about karate." Like,
right.
What? Do you know I haven't even hit you? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, you've been here for the last year and a half. I've been letting you live. Did you just fix your face to tell me something about this thing I've been doing for the last 40 plus years? Tell you what, go over there and get on the mat.
I guess what a young person is, you have heart, but you necessarily don't have brain.
No, it's literally not even fully developed yet.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
But now everybody's opinion has access to everybody else. And it can resonate. A 15-year-old's opinion, by the time it makes it to my eyes on my phone in context of whatever it is I'm looking at, may be the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. But I'm also old enough to go, huh.
Exactly.
But if I'm also a 15-year-old, and it's not even, yo, bro, how many, they're talking about the people that are basing their, what's better? I think there's a good question. What's better? Back in the day when a loner was alone, or today when a loner can interact with a computer program?
Alone? Damn. A loner was a loner with a computer. I'm going to have to go with the first one, in my opinion. Actually, you know what? No, take that back. Damn. What do you think? What's your answer with that?
A loner that's alone. That's Ted Kaczynski. That's the Summer of Sam. That's the dude that took out John Lennon. That's John Whitman in the Clock Tower. That's the Green River Killer. That's the Night Stalker. That's a lot of people that did. That's H.H. Holmes. But that's also Stephen King, Dean Koontz, dude that wrote Game of Thrones. You know, that's a lot of people. That's a majority of the comics that we know in the scene, right?
Right.
A loner that's alone, it can be, I think it's always some level of turmoil, but it can be beautiful and dark at the same time in both extremes. A loner with a computer program where if I'm alone, I'm the only influence on my internal dialogue with the feedback. So I'm not even justified by the outside world to reinforce my whatever's going on up there. But if you got the computer program, you're asking it a question. It's literally programmed to reinforce you, pump you up, and make whatever your idea is sound good. It's not designed. It's like RoboCop. It's primary directives. It cannot put you down. I've tested it out.
Okay.
You know? And to have that happen, you can feel like you've been justified by an outside source, and now it really starts to reinforce. I've been in situations where, like you're in a relationship with somebody, right? Mm-hmm. And you might text them 9 a.m. and you don't hear anything back till 2 p.m. And that whole time you're like, what's happening? This is happening. And then you get a phone call at 2:03. Voice sounds fine. Explanation on what happened, and you're immediately brought to ease. But for that little 5-hour window when you couldn't get a hold of that person, your brain is like,
what's going on? Yeah.
And I don't know, bro, because the programmed feedback, because actually it's not even the computer program. We're removing the human element. These things, AI is an AI. It's a large language model. It's really just a big typewriter with a big dictionary with a typewriter. It's still a human being programming it on how it reacts and its choices that it makes. So this is, at the end of the day, it's still Sam Altman or Elon Musk or Sanjit, whatever his name is, over at Google. They're the ones that are actually keeping these people company and all their engineers. So I don't know, bro. I'd rather have the loners be the loners, because if you can make it through that sometimes, and if you're artistic, everybody has some form of art. I think if you're artistic, you can come out on the other side.
Yeah. And, your success is like whatever you want it to be,
Yeah.
And that finish line always changes depending on, where you're at in life.
Yeah.
What you want in the end. Yeah.
Because internally in your mind, it's infinite. Just the same way they say space is like internally you're infinite as well. You can dive inside of yourself for eons, bro, and never get to the bottom of what's going on inside your own mind.
Right.
You know? Hell yeah. I don't know how long we've been at it. Mike, you actually, we didn't even really get a chance to get to all the projects and whatnot that you have going on in your comedy profession here in the Windy City. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment, that's your camera right there. Let everybody know how they can find you, the shows you got going, anything else you want to promote.
What's up, y'all? Mike Atcherson here again. You can follow me on IG, TikTok at OG Mike Atch. OG stands for Olive Garden, because that's where I was at when I made that handle.
With them breadsticks.
With the breadsticks. Yeah, man. I'm part of My Best Friend is Black, all black comedy variety show in the city. At the Lincoln Lodge every fourth Thursday of the month.
Fourth Thursday of the month.
Yes. Follow us on My Best Friend's Black show on IG. Yeah, man, we're just trying to take that on the road.
Yeah.
Trying to expand the brand.
That's been going on for a minute.
Yeah, we'll be in our 4th year in October.
4th year October, gang.
Yeah, man, shit goes by fast. So just trying to see how I can use that to boost my career. How I can focus on my own self, get my own career out. Trying to get more content out online. Fuck with different mediums and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to quit my day job by next year, man.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit.
I am trying my best to work myself out of a job.
And if they see this video, I don't give a fuck.
God damn. You heard that, Olive Garden?
Well, I've been left that, but that's funny as hell.
We taking all the breadsticks.
Yeah,
and
nigga.
Endless pasta.
You will never get a meatball out this bitch again, nigga.
I'm going to Red Lobster. You heard that, guys. Follow OG Mike Atch. Otherwise, Real Rap Podcast. Don't know the episode. I'm gonna stop counting on purpose. I'm gonna try. When I get to editing, I'm slipping. But it's in the 50s something. At Mike Knight Comedy, at Real Rap Podcast. The rap is for regular ass people. If you made it this far, like, share, comment, subscribe. Do us a favor, because I love you the way you guys love me. Maybe even more, because you took time out of your day to check this out. So at Mike Knight Comedy on all the things. Real Rap Podcast. We will be back. Peace.